What is up, Define Squad? Welcome, 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 and welcome back. If you are not new here, it's your girl Alex at Defined by Alex, where we're defining our lives and building our dreams in that order. I hope you guys are staying safe and you're well, and thank you for tuning in to another video. So y'all, I don't think y'all have been seeing me really putting myself out there. Your girl has been showing up, and it's about time, okay? Let me just say this. It is about time. I have finally gotten out of my shell for my business, but we're not here for that, okay? This is not even about that. I'm just saying to you guys, it works. When you jump out of your comfort zone, a lot of things happen. So, speaking of that, I have been really posting on my YouTube community tab or board or whatever, and I'm kind of treating it like Instagram, you know what I'm saying? So, that being said, I posted one of my designs, which this one right here, and to my surprise, I had people inquire how I made that, and I was like, cool, let me go ahead and make a video because I want to show you how you can do the same thing. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I made this particular design in Adobe Illustrator. Now before we get started, okay, I know that Adobe Illustrator may appear to be a little bit intimidating. It may seem complex, it may seem really hard, but when I tell you guys, it's really not any of those things. But you have to put in the work and you have to take time to learn it, okay? So, if you guys don't know what Adobe Illustrator is, it is basically another designing platform under the Adobe umbrella, basically. And it gives you a little bit more advanced technology and tools when it comes to designing. Now, I've said this on my channel before, but if you are new here, let me just say this for those who are new. I ain't got no graphic design skills. I did not major anything artsy fartsy, okay? I'm telling you, you can do this because I have taught myself all the things that I've showed you guys. So let me just ease your mind with that little piece of information. I ain't got no graphic design skills, and I'm up here making t-shirt designs as if I do. But because I took the time to learn and practice, now I'm able to show you guys what I learned, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to my computer and show you guys how to make this easy design in Adobe Illustrator. Let's go. All right, good people. So let's dive into what you guys are now seeing. So again, I am going to show you how you can create the same groovy or retro-ish type of design in Adobe Illustrator, and how you're going to walk away with oh, that was easy. Oh, that wasn't too hard. Okay, so I really want to debunk this whole this Adobe platform is complicated. It is advanced. If you ask me, it is a little bit more advanced, but it is also very doable. And when you play around with it and learn it, you guys, listen, you're about to level up your t-shirt designing skills, honey, and you will not have to hire anyone to make your designs for you if you're that type of person, okay? So let me go ahead and get started. So I'm not going to really show you guys all of these features because I'm still learning a lot of this stuff, but what I do know is that it's super fun creating in here because you get to figure out what makes Adobe Illustrator different from Canva, or as you guys know, I'm working with Silhouette Studio and I have that and I use it all the time. So, you know, this gives me a different type of perspective when it comes to designing my own creations for my t-shirt business, because sometimes it's I need a little bit more advancement. So let me stop rambling and get into it and show you guys how you can create the same type of style. So I'm going to go ahead and open up my untitled, canvas here. And basically what I'm going to do is go to my type tool. You guys, I'm so sorry. There's dogs barking in my apartment and it's really throwing off the vibe, but we're going to keep it moving, okay? So I'm just going to go ahead and type Boss Babe. Boss. And I like this size, so let me go ahead and make that bigger. My mouse is acting janky. Okay, boom, Boss, and then I'm gonna copy this so that way I can type Babe and it's the same length and size and stuff like that, so everything is just matching and it's just symmetrical. Another thing that Adobe Illustrator does is that it gives you those lines of symmetry. So just like in Silhouette Studio, you still have lines that pop up to show you what's symmetrical. So let me just show you guys. So you see how, excuse me, I just expanded boss, just stretched that out. Well, if I want to go to babe and do the same thing, a green line should pop up. Oh, well, it normally does. I promise you guys it pops up, but basically it just gives you the knowing that your designs are even. So, okay, that's fine. I'm not going to just dive into that because that's not what we're here for. So let's talk about how what I'm about to show you is going to help you create that illusion of like that fishtail look where you have the top of your design going in one direction, one wavy direction, and the bottom text goes in the opposite direction, but they're congruent, okay? So either way, they're both different, but the same. You know what I'm saying, if that makes sense? So I'm going to go ahead and go to my right-hand side, and in this second section under Appearance, I'm going to click this FX for Effects. Now, this is where Adobe Illustrator really helps you stand out, and these are more of the advanced tools I was kind of like mentioning in the beginning. So when I click Effects, FX or Effects, it gives you so many options, y'all. Like if you just want to go ahead and download this, please do. You know, if you have the budget to pay this monthly, it is like 20 bucks a month, okay? It's not free, we'll say that. You know, if you want to play around with it, I would recommend that you do so. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the last option under Warp. And then under Warp, as you can see, it gives me another menu list. I mean, the options are just like unlimited at this point. So under Warp, I'm going to go ahead and go to Fish. And as y'all see, it's looking kind of funky, but we gonna fix that, okay? So now you see how Boss starts to look very different, and it's starting to create that wavy effect. I don't really like how it's looking, so I'm going to change the degree and just make it to where it's still legible, and I still want to see like the S's, okay? So I'm just, let's see, I'll do like a 20%, okay, or 22%. That's cool for me. I like that. Now it already comes out horizontal, but if you wanted to do a vertical, you can, but it doesn't look like much, y'all. So no, I would say keep it as horizontal. And then for the bend feature, this is where it gets, you know, creative, but again, super, super easy. You're not really going to be changing much at all. So I left that at a 22%. Now just pay attention because this 22% for the word boss is a positive 22%. So that means it's going to show a different type of degree. What gets really important is that when you come down to the second word, you know, or whatever, however many words you want to make, I should say. But if you're just using 2 words, it gets easier. So now I'm going to go down to babe, and I'm going to do the same thing for Warp. I'm going to find Fish. And now what I'm going to do is, as you can see, it looks the same as Boss, and that's not what I want. Well, what I realized as I worked through this myself is that when you just, honestly, you can put a negative in front of this if you want, or you can drag it. And so now what it does, it matches the shape. Now I'm going to just kind of play with these a little bit more because I want these to be a little bit more defined. And that's okay. So let's just say I'll change it to a 32 for my bend, okay? And I'm going to select okay. And how I did that, sorry if I just skipped that step. I just went back to the edit effect and I clicked on warp and I just adjusted that percentage. So I dragged that to 32% and I'm going to click OK. Now for babe, I'm going to do the same thing, but now this is going to be a negative 32% because again, we're still creating that congruency. And now, as you guys can see, it fits, okay? So this is exactly what I did for this design. Different font, but I did the same thing. Matter of fact, let me show you. So this warp, you see warp fish, I did negative 47. And then at the bottom, I did positive 47. Okay, cool. That looks good. So now what I realized is that I did the opposite for Boss Babe. I can also do negative 32, okay? And that's how that looks. But then let me go back to the bottom, you know, and then I'll do positive 32. And it still gives me that congruency. So I hope you guys found this really helpful. Again, this is super easy. I'm still learning so much in Adobe Illustrator, and I do plan on bringing you more tutorials. But for the most part, y'all, that is exactly how I created this same design, okay? Now, just to add some more flair to it, let me just use a different font. Hopefully it comes out a little bit better because this font ain't it. Okay, let's do that. Let me use Abriel Fat Face. I'll use that font because I know it's a serif font. I'm going to go ahead and just find that again, child. Where is it? That's a little bit better. So now you guys can see that fish warp feature a little bit better because I changed that font. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is pretty much how I created, again, my particular design for my t-shirt brand in Adobe Illustrator. All right, good people. So that is it when it comes to making a really groovy, stylistic, retro design, whatever you want to call it, in Adobe Illustrator. Again, the purpose of this video was to really show you how you can get more comfortable and confident when it comes to using these more advanced, you know, graphic design tools or whatever. So if you guys like this video, don't forget to give me a like, a comment, drop some information down in my comments, you guys, because I love connecting with y'all. And don't forget to follow me on social media. But as always, y'all, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to drink your water, mind your business, and always choose yourself first, okay? And I'll be back in my next video. Bye, y'all.